first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Brooklyn Nets come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Celtics. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Round 1 of the East rolls on. Game 2 just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point. And looking at the Nets, down in the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. A three-pointer is right on target. You look at the Nets. They notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early storm. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
If they could only hear that from you, that would guide them. That's a great piece of advice. Now, Claxton, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. And the Nets, another 3. Boston off to a slow start. 6-point game. They come into this one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
That's tipped. Here's Russell with the 3, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot around this morning.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Out there on the floor for the Nets. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this. And one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Fires for 3. And the Nets, another 3. And breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Nets.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Kicks it out to Johnson. There's the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Porzingis can't hit. Nets leading by 21. Outside Thomas. The three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Outside Holiday. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Williams for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
White looking around. Pass to Brown. Thomas against White. Tatum passes to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Here's White. Johnson with the rebound. Brooklyn with the ball. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. Rebounded by the Nets. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by White. There's the triple. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 9.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. A three. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. 12 points for him.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
So it's Boston now. We've got Johnson. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Williams at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Pass to Hauser. Melton with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Watford. And the Nets, another three.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Johnson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here.
To the right wing. Outside, Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Hauser. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Melton with the rebound. Here's Watford. Jacks up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Watford's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A shot by Pritchard, no good. Brooklyn's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. From downtown, Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 15.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
The Nets making a switch here. Wilson's checked in, and then for Boston. Zinkis, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Drew Holiday in for Al Horford. Here's Melton. The basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Melton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Boston has possession. Tatum passes to Hauser. Now here is Holiday. And taken away by Johnson. Launches a 3. And the Nets, another 3.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Outside Tatum. Poke loose. Zinkis high post. Johnson's there. And stolen by Sharp. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Melton's shot is good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Poked away. Wilson with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And now here comes Wilson leading the break. Pass to Watford. Nets passing it around. Here's Sharp. And the Nets, another 3.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them. 2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. On the wing, Holiday. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Watford, that's good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Pritchard. Holiday with it. Trying to end the drought. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Second chance shot. Wilson grabs the board. Melton finds Johnson. Sharp with it. 3-pointer. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Now here's Tatum. Hasn't made one yet. One-on-one here. Here's Sharp. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. Double team on Holiday. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Off target at the rim.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Sharp. And the Nets, another 3.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Now here's Tatum, covered by Watford. Launches it from deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Brooklyn ahead, just dominating this one. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Coming into halftime of Game 2, there's an air of confidence for the Brooklyn Nets.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest. Can't ask for more than that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You guys wouldn't understand that because it involves shampooing. Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. Fellas, at this point in the series, what are you seeing from them?
They have been all business, showed up prepared, made the right moves, and gotten it done.
You can see it in their eyes, man. You know they're the better team out there tonight, and they see it. They're letting everyone else know it too.
Yeah, continuing to make a statement here, that's for sure. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. So it's Boston now. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Now here's Brown. Scoreless thus far. White left side. Outside Tatum. Clock at 4. Shoots over Johnson. Williams with the block. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Johnson for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Johnson's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets. Here's Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. And here's White. Holiday surveying the floor. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Thomas finds Claxton. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
For Boston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Shot to stop the run. No good off the back of the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Now here's White. No scoring in this one. Pass to Brown. Over Williams. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Tatum. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Here's Russell with the three. And the Nets, another three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pritchard passes to Holiday. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And here are the Nets. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Shoots the three. Nailed from three-point land. Thomas got 9.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second-half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now here's Porzingis. Nothing on the board. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 5 on the clock. Here's Holiday. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Here's Watford. And the Nets, another three.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
But almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Here's Pritchard. Trying to get something going. A second chance effort. Horford, no luck.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Lets it go from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Johnson outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 12 points in the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Brown against Johnson. Brown outside. It's stolen by Johnson. And the Nets, another three.
Well, they won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. Johnson is out there with D'Anthony Melton. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Martin. And it's Watford into the four slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Tatum no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. Here's Melton. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
The Celtics on offense. Outside, Horford. The Celtics working the ball around now. Horford with the screen on Melton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard. A rebound by the Nets. Melton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Watford's got the feeling here tonight. 5 for 5 shooting from three-point territory. There's the double team with Martin. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. From outside the arc, yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Brooklyn's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Johnson, good.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Sharp again, Torford. From the arc. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Martin against Tatum. To end the run. And the rebound goes to Martin. The Nets have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Buries it from three-point range. Martin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Wilson, he's checked in for Martin. And a new group in for the Celtics. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Porzingis finds Brown. Five to shoot. And it's Melton with the rebound. Melton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson outside. Takes a 3. And again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range. It's a devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for Brooklyn.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this is a team right now that is really playing with swag.
Yeah, and anytime you can go up 2-0, you are in the driver's seat. They are riding pretty high going into Game 3.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Johnson.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Here's White. And he can't stop the run as he misses. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Holiday, the pass to White. Back to Holiday. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Puts it up. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Keon Johnson.